that it's very exciting that my daughter, Tila Rivka Bas Masha, we dedicate the learning to her as well, as very important that she was blessed in the merit of going to Rabbi Yisrael Zilberger's wonderful misrad and talking about what we're doing, Zera Shimshon, and getting the learning more global through the online platforms, but even more importantly by actually learning. That's the most important thing. So I was able to take home an English book from the Eishes Chayil, and since I brought it into my house, my daughter has kavias in it. She's been learning 6 times,
unbelievable,
every day. She's already by past Os Mem. Maybe last time I spoke to her was a few days ago. She's probably already by Os Nun or Samech, like in the song of Eishes Chayil. It goes through each part of the song. So she's already more than halfway through, and that means every day she's done a seder in it with Mesiras Nefesh after a day of work. Before Shkia, that's been her minhag. And it's machazik to her. She's
how many minutes?
Such
How many minutes?
in other things as well.
So I'm going to tell you something.
Much more than 5 minutes.
So I'm going to tell. Oh, good.
It's,
No, 20. Right.
It's a whole section.
I'm going to tell you. Yeah. So listen, boys, listen up. Listen to this. When I start learning.
No one pressured her. She took it on herself.
Can I talk to your daughter through YouTube right now? Could you tell her?
Yeah.
Is she gonna?
I'll ask her
Part 2. Zoom in.
I hope she doesn't mind us sharing. I just thought it was big chizik and blessed.
Good. No, but I want her to know how I started learning Zera Shimshon. So I'm in the hotel laundry business, and when COVID hit, my business shut down. Literally overnight. I think it was March 4th or March 27th. I remember the date. Okay. And we had over 100 people working for us, and it was just a big deal. And you know, your whole life you're going a million miles a minute. All of a sudden you stop. You don't know what to do with yourself. So I spoke to my Havruta, Rabbi Ariel Yeloz, Brooklyn, and he tells me, he goes, learn Zera Shimshon. So I go, what's Zera Shimshon? He goes, Segula Panasa, learn Zera Shimshon. Okay. I bought Zera Shimshon because of him. And because of COVID, you know, everybody was in their own place in COVID. It was like scary stuff. And I would spend hours on it. It was so hard for me to learn. Because it's like, you ever go swimming for the first time? It's like you can't get through a lap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I spent time and hours, and I get sick over it because I couldn't figure it out. That's how, you know what I mean? You get sick over it. And I remember walking to Kapot Marim, the shul down the block, and I remember my stomach was in knots because I couldn't understand the derasha. And I just kept going, and the Yeshuot, yes, Baruch Hashem, the Yeshuot were there. And inshallah, your daughter should see many Yeshuot and continue to see the Yeshuot. But it's emet. Spend as much time as you can. And yes, many people start learning because of the Yeshuot in the beginning, but after that you kind of forget about it because the derashot is so sweet, and that's really what you want. And you could.
Well, the other big issue is the whole family come every Shabbat. When we have a shir, I mean, all my boys, everybody, the whole family, my wife, everyone's there.
That's a beracha. That's a beracha.
For me, that's the biggest issue.
That's a beracha.
Everyone's learning.
That's a big beracha. We should all be zocher, myself included. So all right, let's do derasha aleph. So that's important. I'll just keep learning.
For this year and this,
what?
Necklaces?
No necklaces. We don't wear necklaces.
Like this?
What?
With the
put it on a T-shirt. Don't put it on a necklace.
T-shirt, yeah.
Make some magnets. Put it on the car.
Here's a magnet. Amunah, Hashem always loves you. Everything will always be good, and it'll only get better and better.
Amen.
I already said that.
Yeah.
Okay. Derasha aleph. Okay, Sasha, let's go. Hold on. Okay, sure. No. You're right. No, I will. No, it's fine. I understand. I need to be humbled from time to time. You're doing fine. Okay, look. Rabbi Yohanan de Sichnin says in the name of Rabbi Levi. Says Melamed Shehera Kadosh Baruch Hu leMoshe Dor v'Shoftav. Hashem showed Moshe every generation and its leaders. Right? Dor v'Doreshav, every generation and the Hachamim. Right? V'herau Shaul u'banav noflim b'hereb. What do you see? Shaul HaMelech. And Shaul HaMelech he shows the first king of Israel and how he dies. How did Shaul die? He fell on his own sword.
Spear.
Sword, no? Sword. Right. But
he had a spear.
well, you know.
They committed suicide because they didn't want the enemy to.
Because if they do, they're going to torture him.
Exactly.
So it's
Yeah.
Are you
Like,
is the Jew
Masada.
allowed to do that?
huh?
Is the Jew allowed to do that?
That's the whole thing. But obviously, if Shaul HaMelech did it, and we're okay.
Big time.
Yeah.
If you know that they're going to torture you or whatever, then it's a different story.
Mm.
Inshallah, we should never know. Okay.
Also, we can give our lives up for anything at that point when, right?
You have three things you have to give your lives up
No,
for.
but then in
And what are they?
time-
What are the
in
three?
the
1 second. What are
time-
the three? Tell me the three.
Give
One
it up.
second, I'm asking. What are they?
Say
Slow down and say.
Gilo Arayot,
Gilu Arayot,
Shvichut Damim,
Shevichut Damim, killing,
Avodah Zarah.
and Avodah Zarah. Worship, right. Those are the three things.
But in a time where people are hating on their shoes no matter what, like in Nazi Germany, this, that, you can give up your life for tying up your shoes right foot first.
You could what?
You can give up your life for the way you tie your shoes.
What? If they say they want left and right first, left
Yeah,
first, then
it's
right?
a time they're killing. It's not like
Yeah, they have to smell.
Zema Sheshamati. So
Okay, okay, yeah. I guess I don't know. I didn't learn that. I don't know every halakha. But
Really?
1,000,000% not. I'm not even like. That's not even.
We thought
Not
you
even
knew.
close. Huh?
We thought you were sure you knew all of them.
Huh?
We
Alright,
thought you
I
knew
gotta
all of them.
Yeah, you have your what's it called? Your babysitter.
Yeah.
Take that- you
Nice
take-
to meet you.
But you could write in it, by the way. You could write in it. I'm okay with that.
Right in what?
Your Zera, you could write in it.
I started highlighting it.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, so look, so what does Moshe Rabbeinu tell Hashem? So again, the Akut Shimoni, right, in the beginning of Al Parashat, Parashat Emor, Rabbi Yoshua the Sikhlin says in the name of Rabbi Levi that it shows you, it teaches you that Hashem showed Moshe Rabbeinu every generation and the Shoftim, every generation and the Dorshav, and he showed Shaul HaMelech, Shaul and his sons dying by the Hereb. Moshe Rabbeinu tells Hashem, Ribono shel olam, Melech Rishon she'omed al banecha yidaker be'hereb. The first king of Israel should die by the sword. Is that proper? So that's a fair question. What does Hashem answer? Amar lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Li ata omed, you telling me? Emor el HaKohanim, the first three words of Parasha. Emor el HaKohanim sheharag, that Shaul HaMelech killed. Shemekatregim oto, that are coming after him. Crazy. That's very strong. What do you, right? Moshe Rabbeinu, huh? He's the first. No, the question was Hashem showed Moshe Rabbeinu the whole everything, right? Sof at sof, right? Aleph at taf. And when you get to Shaul HaMelech, how could you? Moshe Rabbeinu says, how can it be that you allowed? How are you going to let that? It's not proper that the first king of Israel should die by the Hereb and his sons. And what does Hashem answer? Hashem answers, you're telling me? Go tell the Kohanim that that he killed right? No of Ir Kohanim. Shaul HaMelech killed 80,000 Kohanim because he thought that they helped David HaMelech when he was running. 80,000 people. Unbelievable. You read the Navi, by the way, you're shaking your pants. Imagine today, God forbid, 1,000,000 times. Right, something like that happened. You take this part of Navi and put it on the front, put it on a headline. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Shmonim, 80,000 people. 80,000 people. Kohanim. Dead. Because, so Hashem is telling Moshe, says, what are you telling me? Go tell them. Go tell them. They're screaming to me. Go tell them. Don't tell me.
And because they helped out David HaMelech, because they helped out David because he had this rivalry with David. It's like crazy. It's like today, okay, so you have the left and the right here, okay, so they're rallying against each other. But like, imagine if I don't know, like if the left wing would start killing people who did services for the right wing.
Forget the left, right wing.
The right
Forget
wing
left.
said,
Excuse me, Shaul was Sadiq. In Moed Qatar, it says, if Hashem tells David, if you think you're so special, if you were Shaul and Shaul was you, I'd kill 10 of you to save one of him. Because Shaul was a Sadiq. So talk about the chief rabbi saying we got to kill these people. Now talk. It's crazy. It's crazy.
We have what to do today. There's no question. We have what to repair today. But you read the Navi, it's like, all right, thank God, we're okay.
Every door deals with their own kushur.
Own challenges. Right, every door.
My father-in-law told me when I first got married, I'll never forget. He goes, every generation has their own challenges. There's not a generation that doesn't have a challenge, and each generation has their own challenge that you have to deal with. So these are ours. Making sure our kids watch what they watch is not a small task. Okay, thinking that it's just cartoons. What's the big? My son watches cartoons, but I cringe because I feel like I'm feeding him poison. All right, what's so bad? What's so? You don't understand what goes on. You don't understand. There's things that go on. The producers that make it are not exactly saints. They're the same ones making these other psycho shows that are on TV that you don't. If you watch with your parents, you'd be embarrassed of. So it's the same guy. So you can't tell me that what he's doing is mutar. It's just not good. All right, let's go back to Amidrash. Come on, I want to finish in 20 minutes. Why did Moshe Davka go and say that Shaul, that was the first king, was killed by a sword? And what if Shaul, if a Jewish king was killed by the sword, if he was the second king or the third king, he'd be okay, right? He says, if you look at the words, it says, "Ribono shel olam, melech rishon she'omed al banecha." The first king that's protecting your children, you want to kill him by Herev? So what if he was the second king or the third king? Moshe would not have a problem, right? Or by the way, he says beherev also. So what? So if he died a different way, would be okay? If he died by I don't know what, drowning, strangulation, it'd be okay. Davka beherev, right? And also with the second question is Mao shemekatregimoto, right? What does it mean to say that Hashem says, "Don't tell me, go tell the people that he's mekatreg." If he would have, if they were not mekatreg, would he not deserve to die? You're saying Hashem's saying they mekatregim oto, right? Don't tell me. Go tell the people that are mekatreg in English. Boys is what is accusing, persecuting. Nah, give me more. Fine, accusing, prosecuting. I like that. Accusing and prosecuting.
You don't want to be prosecuted, but yeah.
Of course not. But that's what he's doing. But that's what's happening. So that's the thing. So he's saying. So the people that are mekatreg, right? The kohanim that are mekatreg, go tell him. So what? If they weren't mekatreg, Shaul HaMelech, 80,000 people innocent, dead. Then what? That he doesn't deserve this hayriv? He doesn't deserve this death, right? So mahu shemekatregim oto v'chi afilu lo haya mekatregim oto lo haya lo onesh het she'argam. He wouldn't have this issue of this punishment over his head that he killed them. The Mefarshim explain the Shlach HaKadosh. All right, the Zera Shimshon brings the Shlach HaKadosh. Wow. Right, amazing. And also he brings Be'asara Me'amarot. He brings Asara Ma'arot, who says, Shema Shezacha Shaul. Why was Shaul, who comes from Shevet Binyamin, Zochet to be king of Bnei Israel, the first king, right, from all the others, is because what? Because by Esav, Binyamin did not bow down to Esav, where all the other Shevatim bowed down. Binyamin wasn't around yet. So Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Yisachar, Zebulun.
That's right. At the beginning of Parshat
But Yosef, did Yosef bow down to him or no?
Yosef, yeah. Why not? Yeah, they all bow down. If the father bows down, they're all going to bow down. So they bow. So, but Binyamin Davka didn't bow down. Why? Let's go, boys. Why? Because he wasn't there yet. So he wasn't there. Because what happened when they bowed down? They gave koah to the Sitra Hara. Right? Mashen ken Binyamin. Binyamin did not. Shelo haya adayin ba'olam. He wasn't alive. Lekach zacha sheyatza Shaul mimenu. And therefore he was zochet to have his descendant Shaul, who comes from Binyamin, to be the first king of Israel. This is what the Asara Ma'amarot says. This is Mefarshim who bring the Shlach Kadosh. This is what they say. Okay, and if you also look at the Zohar in Parashat Balak, boys, you with me? We're gonna start again. You ready? I'm starting again.
You know, when you are far, you are close.
Listen to me. You just got here, and listen. We have a midrash that says Rabbi Yehoshua the Sichnin says in the name of Rabbi Levi that he's teaching you Emor el Kohanim. He's teaching you that Hashem showed Moshe Rabbeinu all the generation, all their leaders, and when he got to Shaul, he sees that Shaul and his children, his sons, died by the sword. And Moshe screams out, "Is it fair that the first king of Bnei Israel should die by the Herev? It's not proper." And Hashem says, "You're telling me? Go tell the Kohanim that he killed." Emor el Kohanim. So beautiful because that's a parasha. Emor el Kohanim. 80,000 people he killed. Why did he kill 80,000? Because he thought that they helped David when David was running from Shaul. Right, Shaul was 300 men. He thought that they helped him. So because he thought that he helped someone that was negative the king, he killed everybody. 80,000 people, which is a crazy number.
Because
Strange is an understatement. It's crazy. No, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's one of the sins that he did, Shaul.
Wow.
No, he did a few. But by the way, I'll say it again. Like we said in the Gemara. Listen to me. You listening? It says in the Gemara, Baruch's friend. What's your name again?
Benny.
Benny, listen. It says in the Gemara that David wrote, I think it was Shigayon le David, right? When he's writing Tehillim, one of the things he wrote is Shigayon le David. It's the 7th perek in Tehillim. He writes, Hashem comes to him and says, Shigayon le David, if you were Shaul and Shaul was you, I would kill 7 of you to save one of him. Shaul HaMelech was Kodesh Kodashim. But he gets a bad rep because we think he was only there for 2 years. And he didn't kill Amalek the way he was supposed to, and he killed the Ira Kohanim, so we assumed that he was bad. But Shaul HaMelech was an unbelievable Sadiq Amur, big Sadiq. You understand? And Hashem has to go out of his way to tell David HaMelech. David is one of the 4 parasufim on the Kisei HaKavod. Yes, tell him that I would kill 7 of you to get. Huh? Right. Who's the others? You have Yaakov. No, don't cop out. No, not Moshe. No, you have Yaakov.
What's the question, Rabbi?
What are the four parsufim of the Kisei HaKavod? So originally David HaMelech, Yaakov Avinu.
Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov.
No, there's not enough legs to say Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov.
Nesher.
So the Nesher, right? Nesher, Shor, Aryeh. So that's
Yosef.
Nesher, Shor, Aryeh, and Mr. Stone. This is you. This is all you. You got to help me out. What are the 4 parasufim of the? But then the question is, what does each one of the animals transfer?
On the face of Adam, yeah.
On the face of Adam. So I had a question.
Yeah.
Eagle. The
Ox,
the
lion,
by the way,
and face of
connect
Adam.
that.
Face of man.
Connect this with that. That's a 10% battery.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
dying. The 4, you have the 4 parasufim of the, what's it called?
Chariot.
Not the chariot, of the Kisei HaKavod. I wanted to know if they transfer to faces of people in Olam Hazeh, and maybe that's when Mashiach comes and something like that. But I thought about it when I was on the plane last night, but I didn't get a chance to look it up. I have to ask some rabbis. So anyway, so back to our inyan. So the question was, why did Moshe Davka say the first king of Israel? You make it sound if it's the second king or the third king, Moshe wouldn't have a problem, and that's clearly it's not true. And why are you saying that he killed that? And Hashem's answer doesn't make sense either, because it says shemekatregim. So what if they weren't complaining? Shaul would get off scot-free. That doesn't make sense either. So what's the answer? We bring the Shlach Kadosh, and we also bring Asara Ma'amarot. That says that what did Shaul HaMelech be zocheh to become the king? The first king is because his grandfather was the only one that did not bow down to Esav. You understand? He was the only one, and that's why because when they bowed down to Esav, they brought the Sitra, they gave Koach, strength, to the Sitra Hara, which in turn is so that's why you can't have the king. So Binyamin was the only one that didn't do it.
Didn't have that admixture. Yeah.
Right. And now also the Zohar HaKadosh, it says in Parashat Balak, the B'sha'ah sheba HaKadosh Baruch Hu litena Torah, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu, this is, by the way, this is gorgeous. You got to listen to this. This is unbelievable. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving the Torah to Bnei Israel, right? The Zohar says that he brings it to every nation, right? And what is the one nation that he comes to? Esav. He brings to the son of Esav. He says, do you want it? He says, no, I can't take it. Why can't I take it? It says, lo tirsach. I can't kill. My whole beracha is about killing. Right? Vezohi birchati al harbecha tihyeh. You're going to live by the sword. Right? So what does the son of Yaakov, of Esav say? Go give it to the Zera of Yaakov. The son of Esav says, go give it to the Zera of Yaakov. They'll take it. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu, listen to this, the Chokhmah of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it's crazy. He tells him, give me an idea how I'm going to get them to take it. Give me an idea. So it says in the Mefarshim, not here. Why does he say, give me an idea? Because when Mashiach comes, right, the son of Esav cannot come and say, I would have taken it if you would have given it to me. Because he could rewind the tape and say, you're the one that gave me the idea to give it to him. You understand? Because that's going to happen. Everybody's a Monday morning quarterback, right? When everything's over, everyone's like, oh, you should have did this, should have did that. I would have, could have, should have. Right? So what does he tell him? He tells him, give the Zera of Yaakov a helek from me. that what? That they'll be able to kill betahara. Right? Right? Which means what? We're reading an Aleph. Deodita bezoar. You have that? I try not to.
Yeah, that.
What?
Yeah, the Sarah. Hashem is asking Esav for advice.
Give me, tell me Etzah. Ech afateh zaro. How am I going to persuade the Zera of Yaakov to take it? Amar lo ten la helek ahad misheli lematana. Give them a part of me as matana. Sheyohazu b'midat aheret. That what? That they'll be able to have the concept of being of killing. She'en lahem reshut. Give them the reshut ladun dinei nefashot. Give them right.
Permission, reshut, yeah.
The not only the permission but the authority. Very nice, thank you. The authority to kill through you have arba mitot bedin. So before that, I couldn't do nothing if I didn't. So the side of Esav gives us the abyss. So remember we said before, v'chol levavecha, right? Doing something levavecha in the way of for Hashem, using your bad side for the good. So how do you use killing for the good? Someone that's oved on mitzvah deoraita after getting.
The bad guy for the good guy.
You're killing the bad guys for the good guys? No. No. I'm sorry. You're helping that individual regain olam haba. Because if he doesn't die, don't laugh. It's true. Why did Pinchas kill what's his name? Kozbi Batsur and what's his name? Zimri, right? Thank you. Because if he didn't kill him, then that's the whole concept of karet. Whole concept of karet. Someone, God forbid, passes before 60, he has din karet. Right? Why karet? Because if he doesn't do this, then he's not going to get his olam haba. So that's the whole purpose. That's kapara. It's kapara.
There's a story about Chofetz Chaim.
Shh, listen up.
They heard in a village that some old man was ripped into pieces by wild dogs.
Yes, I know this
They
one.
came
Yeah.
to Chofetz Chaim
Say
and
it
they
slower.
told him-
Shh, listen, boys.
Oh, Baruch Hashem. He said, Rabbi, Baruch Hashem, the old Jew got killed by dogs. He said, yeah, well, at some point in his youth,
He did something that deserved him
did something
karet.
unpleasant to he evicted a widow from an apartment, which was not just.
Right.
He said, my entire life I was worried that he's not going to get punished here, so he's going to have.
He's waited. Havetz Chaim saw this happen. He waited, but you know what he said? Before that happened, he buried his own child. Before that, before he got eaten by dogs, wild dogs, he buried his own child. That's the story of Havetz Chaim.
That's a crazy.
Well, it's just as crazy as not as crazy, but yeah. Okay, it's two things. All right, Savaita, come on. You got 5 minutes or 7 minutes.
Real estate is a very dangerous field.
Real estate is a very dangerous field. I don't feel like that has anything to do. So now, the side of Esav gives the idea to Hashem how to get the Zera of Yaakov to take it. And he says, give them a part of me, right? Which is what? The headed. In a good way, not in a bad way. Now, what do you learn from? You learn 2 things from this. You learn that Shaul was zocher for the king to be the first king. Why? Because Binyamin himself did not bow down to Esav, right? And we also learn that Bnei Israel, we were able to use the sword, right? Al pi hadat hadin, according to halacha, we have the ability to use the sword. Why? Because of the matana that was given to us from Esav himself. This is the question of Moshe Rabbeinu. How are you going to how are you going to handle this? The guy that was the first king of Israel. Why was he the first king? Because his grandfather was zocher, because he didn't bow down to Esav. Is going to be killed with the sword, which is the present that Esav gave to Bnei Israel. What are you talking about? Why are you saying the Melech Rishon? Because of his lineage. Melech Rishon, he comes from Binyamin. Binyamin did not bow down, therefore he's zocher to become the king. How are you going to allow the guy that didn't bow down to Esav get killed by the sword that was given from Esav as a gift? Because Hashem said, how am I going to get Zera of Yaakov to accept the Torah? It makes no sense. How could you do that? By the way, that's what happened to Acher, right? Elisha Abuav. What happened to him? He saw, yeah, I do always do that. I don't know why. I'm dyslexic. It's a problem. So he says, why? He says, how could it be How can it be that a guy is his father told him to go do shluch haken? So you have two mitzvot that says long life, and the kid he fell and died. So when he saw that, he said the whole thing's fake. That's what happened to him. That's crazy. So Moshe, not very much separating the two, but Moshe Rabbeinu is asking, how could you give the zechut of one guy to be king, and now his end is going to be killed by the sword, on which Esav gave us as a matana, in order for us to accept the Torah? That's Moshe's claim. How can it be?
The sword was given to him.
Yes. So then how could you take the positive and use it to kill our first king?
Because it's still a positive for Shaul.
It's supposed to be used in positive way.
Right. Given to Shaul, to a Jewish nation, right?
Measure for measure.
Hold on. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu answers, go tell the Kohanim that he killed. What does that mean? Emor el HaKohanim. Remember Parasha. Emor el HaKohanim. Right? Shemekatregim kelomar what? Hine hu baharigatam tafas bevidat tesav. Because when he killed the whole entire city of Nob, he did not use it kedat hadin. He didn't use it according to the law of the deen. He used it. Boys, everybody move up. Everybody. No, we're gonna move down. All right. Okay. Right. What did he do? HaKadosh Baruch Hu says that he didn't do the midat hadin. Everybody move up. Right? Natan, and what did he do by doing this? He gave the koach the sitra hara. Right? Right? So he bid helek zechuto. So Shaul HaMelech lost his zechut, right? His helek and zechut for what the Binyamin did. He messed up what his grandfather did. His grandfather took away the sitra hara, the helek sitra hara, and what did he do? He took what's it called? And Shaul messed that up. If you want to say, why did Hashem connect the two? Right? Maya hazit the samchat aha semoch aha. If one time he gave koach, right? So just because, by the way, if you want to say, just because Binyamin did good and Shaul did bad, doesn't mean that he should lose his halek. Go punish Shaul. What are you going to take it away from Binyamin for? Right? Afilu hachi ha'adifa mipnei she'hakohanim haya she'hara mikatrigim oto going after him davka. They weren't going after Binyamin's lineage. They're going after Shaul HaMelech davka. She'sada hova hu he shelo mamash. The ownership that he has to do is davka on him, right? The zechut eno ela b'zchut avotav. The zechut that he has is from the zechut of the fathers. Im ken midat adin ra'ui lo lipol be'hereb midah kenek midah. You understand? Because he took the midah that he took the sword, he used it for the bad. And when he used it for the bad, he should have used it for the good. So don't punish Binyamin, punish Shaul. Yes, midah kenek midah. He's got to die by the sword because exactly what he did. All right, Baruch Adonai, Amen, Amen. All right, everybody should have a great Shabbat and spread learning Torah. No, not now. Baruch Adonai, Amen. Azak Baruch. Okay, now we're switching.
We're gonna sing something.
Are
we sing a little bit or no?
No, we don't do that here. We're not singers.
No?
We sing with Sfaradi. We sing a lot.
Yeah, can I join your club?
You should. We have books of songs.
Yeah, like
books, 600 pages of books. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to that side, and this is because it's not nice that the boys are coming. The boys, you have to give them more kavod than you give anybody else. True hayalim of Bnei Yisrael. You handling all this?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, boys. Sash, lead everybody that way. Okay, come.
Ellie,
Ellie, say it.